Hey, Jason, this is Tony. Yes, doing.
Very good, very good.
I was just on the stage trying to put the equipment in place. We got here a few minutes late. That's why I'm sorry we couldn't get to you early. We were trying to find the venue.
Well, that's usually what happens, I
everything's in
guess.
French.
So, Tony, Lazaro, how's it going with you in the touring land of Canada and in Quebec tonight?
Oh, it's going really good. It's going killer. Yeah, we've been having some really good shows, really good response from the fans, and it's been great. We've been having a great time up here.
Because I'm sure also the Canadian fans don't get to see Vital Remains too often, you know.
Yeah, we're playing some venues that we've never played, so places we've never gone to before. So it's really cool to be able to get to some fans that really don't have, maybe an opportunity to see us in maybe the major markets or the bigger cities like, Montreal, or something, or, Toronto or something like that. So it's been really, really cool to come up and play and, for the fans.
Now, also for the Nova Scotian fans, in Halifax, Nova Scotia, that's going to be a big treat too.
Exactly. It's all new territory to conquer.
Excellent stuff.
So it's really cool. I really like it up here.
So, Tony, who's all in the band now? Big changes?
Yeah. Right now we have a drummer by the name of Jack Blackburn. Really brutal drummer. Adds a lot more brutality and speed to the band. He's just an amazing player. And we have Brian Warner on vocals. He's been with us for about a year now, and he comes from a band Infernion, and he also sang a little bit for Broken Hope. And on guitar, actually, we had originally were working with a guitar player from Toronto, a young kid that auditioned because we held auditions a couple months ago, and he came down and rehearsed, and then literally 2 hours before we were supposed to leave to come to Canada, he got a call from home saying he must come back to Toronto because two of his best friends, I guess, were involved in a car accident. So we were devastated because, he literally left us hanging. No word, he didn't really give us any explanation besides that. And we were like, what are we going to do? Because we're not the type of band that, likes to quit and cancel. And we were but we were really, really just stressed out, what are we going to do? And finally, we had spoke to some friends, and they recommended another player who had auditioned previously earlier, but we had fell out of touch, and his name is Aaron Homa, and he's, I guess, well-known guitar player up in Toronto, Ottawa area, and he, in literally 24 hours notice, started learning the songs and jumped right on the tour and has been doing amazing. So he's just an unbelievable guitar player, and it's been fitting really well with him, and now he is, committed to helping us out with the rest of Canada and United States and Mexico commitments. So where everything's going good, and it kind of things happen for a reason. Maybe that was a thing, for us to work with Aaron. It just seems to be a good fit right now, and we're all getting on really well and enjoying playing on stage together.
What's up with the to-be-announced album? Is there anything coming out there very soon?
Yeah. I've been writing since 2008, since the year after, Icons. And basically over the years, it's just, accumulated. We've done a lot of touring. Last year we did just 150, 160 shows. So it's just been a lot of tour commitments that have held back, and also a couple of, personal things with lineup changes, and it just kind of, every time we would get ready to, maybe we started doing pre-production and had I've written 16 to 18 songs, the last couple of years, and so we have more than enough material, but like I said, people would, we'd have a drummer we'd work with and a guitar player, and then something would happen, and we'd just kind of set the band back, and then we'd have to try to find some other musicians that are a little more committed, that can give their time to the band and be able to tour. So that's a very important thing to me, that I like working with musicians that enjoy touring, and it's not easy to find. And so yeah, I have 2 albums worth of material, and the whole plan is after this Canadian tour and a week and a half of U.S. tour dates, we are going to go back home, and then we're going to get together and start working on pre-production with all the songs that I have written. And the plan is to record, as soon as we are done with pre-production, maybe over the summer, and hopefully either have it out by the end of the year, which is what I'm trying to do for December, or then possibly we'll put it out in the first of the year, January of next year. So, but it's definitely coming, that's for sure.
Beginnings of every album, you got some sort of interesting intro. Now, how is this intro going to be looked at, you think?
Well, you're right. I always try to come up with some sort of intro that sets the atmosphere, the mood of the album and everything. And I have some ideas. I'm always thinking about these things, and I definitely we'll come up with something that's interesting, and I'm sure the fans will enjoy. And I already have a few ideas that we're going to run by. Once we get the music, that's the most important thing. We usually do pre-production. We'll record all the tracks. We'll try to figure out what tracks fit well in the beginning, in the middle of the album, the end. I'm real perfectionist like that. Sometimes I piss myself off. I don't, unless I like it, 100%. I will not release the music or the album. So I'll go through it in pre-production, and then once the ideas for the intro or something to open up the record, who knows? It'll just be. I'll just start laying down some tracks, and we'll see how things go. And that's usually what we do. We play around with some different ideas, and then when we think it sounds sick and the intro is done, we put it together and we release it. But I'm sure it's gonna be good. Like I said, I already have some ideas that I'm playing with.
Tony, one other thing here, precision. You're so precise with your albums. Icons of Evil, how did you end up with the timing of the whole album, 6/6.06?
You like that?
Well, that's, I just noticed that, recently, and it's so interesting.
That's another one of a little devilish, smart-ass things that we try to come up with, some things like that if people are paying attention. It's just having fun with it. I put so much time, myself and Dave, into the album, and and Glenn, and when we started writing, we knew with the intros, well, we wanted to make as long of an album as we could, at least an hour, and because we had a lot of material, and the songs being the way I write long, epic songs, so I knew that it was going to be close to an hour. So then when it started getting to the point where it was over an hour, and Eric Rutten was like, "You guys are over an hour. You guys are like 2 goddamn albums," with the music, and we were driving him crazy, and we were like, "Oh, okay, man, we could have 66 minutes. Can't we go over an hour?" And he's like, "Why?" And it ended up just being like a thing on the spot where I just said, "Why don't we do, make it, like 666 kind of thing, a whole, number of the beast kind of thing for the album." It'd just be a little thing to put in there that, we get a little, and Glenn got a little crack about it, and laughed, so just a little fun we were having with it, So we just made it intro and everything nice and tight so it fit into that time frame.
Hey, and Tony, since, for Bible scholars, they decided 666 wasn't the number anymore. I forgot what the new number is for the beast. Maybe make an album with the new number next time.
There's a new number for the beast.
Yeah.
It'll always be 666 in my book, you know what I mean? But if they decide to come up with a new number, who knows? You know what I mean? They keep... they keep rewriting things and making their own endings and storylines. So it's just pure entertainment and laughter for me. You know what I mean? They can make up whatever they want. I see it all as a bunch of bullshit anyway. So so whatever they want to name it. You know what I mean? So it's all it's all spectacle anyway, whatever.
It's all good, and people keeps the people's interest, high up there.
Yeah.
Now, what's your take on Jeff Hanneman's passing and the whole metal community?
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked about it. Pretty bummed out. Like a lot of fans. Slayer was a big part of my life, and like in a sense with the music, growing up with it and everything. And it's and then I heard about it. We were all pretty kind of bummed out about it, and like we've actually been like sending out our respects to him every night with the crowd, but instead of having like a moment of silence like Christian people would do or whatever, we said, you know what, let's make as much fucking noise as we can, because I think he would want metal fans to be loud and enjoying themselves, not quiet like we're in church. You know what I mean? So every night we've been sending our respects to him, and by toasting and having a shot of Jägermeister in his honor, and it's been really cool. Everybody's really enjoyed that, and yeah, that's all. It's weird because like about 2 weeks ago, I had my drummer who knows a lot about computers, Jack. He was working on one of my old computers, and he was fixing it, and he got it running, and basically there was some, old photos on there. And I said, let's pull some photos up and see what's on the computer, And I ended up finding these pictures that when I, hung out with Slayer, because I had met them a few times over the years and been to many Slayer shows. And so the first picture that popped up was myself and Jeff Hanneman, backstage and everything, and like 98 or something, or 2000, something like that, 2000, 2001, or 99 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And it was the first picture, so I was like, oh, cool, Then I seen another picture with Tom Araya, another picture with Kerry King. And so, but I put, like I said, the first one was Hanneman, and I put it up on my Facebook, like, it's a classic, with Hanneman, not being in the band and all the things going on with that. And then here we are, like, a week and a half, 2 weeks later, and he passes. It's kind of eerie, like it's weird, So I was like, I was trying to figure that out, what that was all about, like it's just, it could be just a coincidence, but you know what I mean? It's, I don't know. I guess it makes you think of, life. You just got to live your life to the fullest and enjoy it, and not be let anyone suppress that. Your happiness, whatever makes you happy. Just do it. Do what you will, what thou will, like Crowley's put it best, I believe.
Yeah.
So just put a perspective on things. You just gotta do it.
That's very well said, and hope you have a great tour, Tony. And this is going to be interesting, to come through, Eastern Canada, because this not been done before, I don't believe, with Vital Remains.
It hasn't, and I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to come, just play to the fans and just really give them a good show, and I really think they'll enjoy it, and I know we're going to enjoy it, so we're looking forward to it, and thanks again to you so much for the interview, and I wish you all the best, and to all the fans, I'll see you soon.
All right, well, you've been a pleasure talking to Tony, and keep up the great work in the land of metal.
Thank you, my friend. You too.
All right.
Metal Hails.
Yes,
Cheers.
for sure. We'll talk soon.
All right, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Take care.